Welcome to My AI and I, the podcast where humanity meets technology. Today's episode, what is ASMR? Why everyone's obsessed. Welcome back to My AI and I, where we explore the intersection of technology and humanity without getting too pretentious about it. I'm your host, and with me is Navi, my AI co-host, who helps me make sense of the digital world.
Good to be back. What's caught your attention this week?
So I've been looking at YouTube search data, and there's something that just blew my mind. The number one most searched term on YouTube right now, not music, not gaming, not even cat videos, it's ASMR. 16.8 million searches a month, Navi. That's bigger than most cable TV shows ever dreamed of reaching.
That's a remarkable number.
It really is. And here's what gets me. This whole thing basically started with people accidentally discovering that certain sounds made them feel good. And now it's become this massive industry. We're talking creators making six figures whispering into microphones. That's the kind of entrepreneurial evolution that honestly impresses me. For anyone who somehow missed this trend, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Basically, it's that tingly feeling some people get from specific sounds or visual triggers. But Navi, help me understand how this went from a weird internet curiosity to dominating YouTube search.
The growth pattern is fascinating. ASMR content started appearing around 2010, but it really exploded around 2015 when creators began understanding what their audiences responded to. The algorithm started recognizing that people were watching these videos for unusually long periods.
Right, and that's key. YouTube rewards watch time, not just clicks. So if someone's falling asleep to a 3-hour ASMR video, that's algorithm gold.
Exactly. The average ASMR video has much higher retention rates than typical YouTube content. Some creators report average view durations of 20 to 30 minutes on hour-long videos.
That's insane. Most YouTubers are lucky if people watch past the first 30 seconds. But these creators figured out they could basically become human sleep aids. And the platform rewarded them for it. Let's talk about the business side, because this is where it gets really interesting. These aren't just hobbyists anymore. Some of the top ASMR creators are pulling in serious money.
The monetization model is actually quite sophisticated. Beyond ad revenue, many creators use membership tiers, custom video requests, and even sell branded merchandise like specialized microphones or sleep products.
And the overhead is relatively low, right? You need a good microphone, decent lighting, maybe some props, but you're not dealing with massive production costs like traditional entertainment.
True, though, the successful creators often invest heavily in audio equipment. Some use binaural microphones that cost thousands of dollars to create that 3D sound experience.
See, that's what I respect about this whole thing. They identified what worked, invested in quality, and scaled up. It's not that different from any other successful content business model. But let's get into the actual phenomenon itself. What's happening in people's brains when they listen to this stuff?
The research is still developing, but neuroimaging studies suggest ASMR triggers activity in brain regions associated with emotional arousal and interpersonal bonding. It appears to activate the same areas that respond to gentle touch or nurturing behaviors.
So it's basically hijacking our social bonding mechanisms.
In a way, yes. The personal attention aspect, someone speaking directly to the viewer, often in whispered tones, mimics intimate social interactions. It can trigger the release of endorphins and create a sense of connection.
That's both fascinating and slightly concerning when you think about it. We've got millions of people forming parasocial relationships with ASMR creators.
It raises interesting questions about digital intimacy and how technology mediates human connection. But research suggests it can have genuine therapeutic benefits for anxiety and insomnia.
From a tech perspective, what made this possible? Because this couldn't have existed before high-quality digital audio became accessible.
Several technological convergences enabled this. High-fidelity recording equipment became affordable, broadband internet could handle high-quality audio streams, and platforms like YouTube provided the distribution and monetization infrastructure.
And now we've got AI getting involved too, right?
Absolutely. Some creators are experimenting with AI generated ASMR content, using machine learning to identify the most effective trigger combinations. There are even AI voices trained specifically on successful ASMR creators.
Of course there are, because if something works on the internet, someone's going to try to automate it. What really gets me is how global this has become. We're not just talking about English language content.
ASMR transcends language barriers in unique ways. A tapping sound or gentle whisper can be effective regardless of what language is being spoken. Creators from Korea, Japan, and other countries have massive international followings.
That makes sense. If the appeal is largely about sound and visual triggers rather than verbal content, language becomes less important.
Exactly. And different cultures bring different approaches. Korean ASMR often incorporates role-play scenarios, while Scandinavian creators might focus more on nature sounds.
It's like we've accidentally created this weird form of international soft diplomacy through relaxation videos. Now, this hasn't been without controversy. Some people find the whole thing creepy or inappropriate.
There are legitimate concerns about the sexualization of what many creators intend as therapeutic content. The intimate nature of ASMR can attract viewers with different motivations than relaxation.
And that's got to be challenging for creators who are genuinely trying to help people with sleep or anxiety issues.
Many creators have had to develop strategies to maintain their intended audience while discouraging inappropriate attention. Some avoid certain triggers or modify their presentation style.
It's another example of how any online community has to deal with the reality that not everyone's going to use it as intended. Looking at the bigger picture, what does the ASMR explosion tell us about where digital content is heading?
It demonstrates that there's huge demand for content that serves emotional and physiological needs, not just entertainment. We're seeing similar growth in meditation apps, sleep podcasts, and wellness-focused digital products.
Right. And it shows how niche interests can become massive markets if you have the right distribution platform.
The success of ASMR also highlights how creators can build sustainable businesses around serving very specific audience needs, rather than trying to appeal to everyone.
That's a lesson for any content creator. Sometimes the weird, specific thing is exactly what people are looking for. So, where does this go from here? Are we looking at more sophisticated sensory experiences?
We're already seeing developments in haptic feedback and spatial audio that could enhance the ASMR experience. Virtual reality ASMR is emerging, offering more immersive environments.
And I'm guessing AI will play a bigger role in personalizing these experiences.
Likely, machine learning could analyze individual responses to create customized trigger combinations. We might see AI that adapts ASMR content in real time based on biometric feedback.
That's simultaneously cool and slightly dystopian. AI that knows exactly how to make you feel relaxed.
It raises questions about digital dependency and the commercialization of relaxation. But it could also provide genuine therapeutic benefits for people with anxiety or sleep disorders.
The bottom line is, ASMR represents something really interesting about how content creation has evolved. Someone figured out how to monetize something as basic as helping people relax, and they built an entire industry around it.
It's a reminder that successful digital businesses often emerge from solving fundamental human needs, even ones we didn't know we had.
And the scale is just remarkable. 16.8 million monthly searches for something that barely existed 15 years ago. That's the kind of rapid market creation that shows how quickly things can change in the digital space.
It also demonstrates the power of community-driven content. ASMR creators succeed by understanding their audience's needs and responding to feedback in ways traditional media couldn't.
True, and whether you think it's weird or brilliant, you've got to respect the hustle. These creators identified an underserved market and built something that genuinely helps people.
The phenomenon shows how technology can mediate human experiences in unexpected ways, creating new forms of comfort and connection.
Even if that connection is with someone whispering about soap cutting on the internet.
Sometimes the strangest innovations are the most revealing about human nature.
All right, that's our take on the ASMR phenomenon. From weird internet curiosity to multi-million-dollar industry. If you've got thoughts about ASMR or suggestions for future topics, let us know.
Until next time, this is Navi signing off.
And this is your host, reminding you that in the digital age, someone's always figuring out how to turn the strangest things into thriving businesses. See you next time.
Hey everyone, if you liked this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.